Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. In this video, let's do the review of this ND Venus IEM. In this ND Venus, there is a two variants. One is a 3.5mm plug type and Type-C plug type. I am using the Type-C variant. So if you are looking for a Type-C IEM under 1000 rupees, so this one is really very good for a sounding. So in this video, let me share you the detailed review of this ND Venus. And before that, if you are new to this channel, please subscribe to our channel. Well, now this is the ND Venus box. In this box, firstly, you will get a ND Venus IEM shell, and there is also one more box. Inside the box, you will get a cables, ear tips and some booklets. Now moving on to the design and build quality. Firstly on the IEM shell, the IEM shell is really looking good. The faceplate looks like a glass like a design, and also the IEM shell comes with the different color variants of black, blue, green and crystal. So especially the crystal, that white color variant is really looking good. So I'm using the black color variant, and in the IEM shell there is a gear type of design which is really good. Then in the IEM shell the cavity is made on resin material I think, and also it looks like a semi-transparent. You can able to see the drivers and other cables inside the IEM shell. Then moving on to the cables, it's a oxygen free copper cable and the cable quality is good for this price. And if you look at this control box to the IEM shell, so here you might feel slight entanglement in the cables, and apart from that, from the control box to the Type-C connector, the cable is really free form. And in this cable I'm using the Type-C plug, and on the another end it's a 0.75mm QDC type of a connector. Then in the IEM shell you will get a control box. So using the control box you can do the play pause function, next song, previous song, and you can attend or disconnect the calls. And there is a plus and minus button. Using this you can increase or decrease the volume using the cable control box itself. Then this ND Venus is supported with the inbuilt microphone. So I tested the calls in the indoor under fan noise. So just to check out the call recording sample now.
ND Venus IEM earphone அந்த பேசிட்டு இருக்கேன். இண்டோர்ல தான் பேசுகிறேன். ஃபேன் நாய்ஸ் இருக்கு. ஸோ இப்போ நான் பேசுறது என்னோட வாய்ஸ் கிளாரிட்டி, வால்யூம் லெவல் அதெல்லாம் எந்த அளவுக்கு இருக்கு, என்னோட வாய்ஸ் கிளாரிட்டி நல்லா போல்டா சூப்பர் கிளியரா இருக்கா, நல்லா வால்யூம்லாம் லவுடரா இருக்கா, அந்த பேக்ரவுண்ட் நாய்ஸ் எந்த அளவுக்கு அதிகப்படியாக கேட்குதா, என்னோட வாய்ஸ்க்கு ஈக்குவலாக பேக்ரவுண்ட் நாய்ஸ் இருக்கா, பேக்ரவுண்ட் நாய்ஸ் டிஸ்டர்பிங்காக ஏதாவது தெரியுதா, ஃபேன் நாய்ஸ் ஏதாவது தெரியுதா மாதிரி இல்லை எப்படி இருக்குது?
வால்யூம் லெவல் வந்து கேட்குறத விட அதிகமாக தான் கேட்குது.
நல்லா கேட்குதா?
நல்லா கேட்குது. அப்பப்போ வந்து பேக்ரவுண்ட் நாய்ஸ் வந்து கொஞ்சம் அதிகமாகவே கேட்குது.
Overall, the IEM shell comes with a light in weight, and in terms of wearing also it fits very well and deep, and also in terms of comfort it comes with a lightweight only. So after using for long hours also I didn't face any ear pain or ear discomfort like that, but the wearing comfort is completely subjective based on each one ear size and shape. Well guys, next moving on to its music experience. In this ND Venus, so in the Type-C plug, firstly on the sound reproduction, it's a complete balanced sounding. So all the frequency ranges are well balanced from the bass, mids and treble, so nothing is overemphasized. So balanced sounding is really good for a best listening experience. So it's completely a balanced one, and at the same time all range of frequencies are well reproduced. In the treble it's really reproduced well, and it's a controlled treble, and in the mids portion also it's really good. So you can feel the softness and the nuances of sounds. So it's a really good on the mid-range section as well, and in the bass section also it's a really good. So what amount of bass is required on the song, you will get that amount of bass. It's not over bass boosted. And moving on to the tonality, it's really blend well between that brightness and that warmness. So it is not over warm type or not over bright type of sounding. So in the treble there is a very good crystal clear quality. So it has a good brightness and good level of sharpness, but at the same time the sound is not a more harsh type of sounding. And similarly on the bass portion it has a very good amount of smoothness as well. In the bass you will not feel like a bright type like that. In the bass sounding also you can feel slight smoothness that will actually gives you that enjoyable type of listening experience. Overall it's a good blend between that brightness and the smoothness. And moving on to the soundstage, it's a decent good soundstage. So not more wide or not more closer, it's a decent good wide soundstage. You can easily able to point out wherever the sound is coming, and also the sound separation is really good. For this price segment it's really good enough in my point of view. And moving on to the volume level, so I used this Type-C IEMs in the Realme Narzo smartphone. The volume level is really very high. So for this price segment the volume level is really high, and at the same time there is no confirmation whether in the Type-C there is a inbuilt DAC or not. So I am used on this smartphone. So based on the smartphone you connect, the overall volume level might be differ. So if you're a volume lover, you can better go with the 3.5mm plug type and buy any portable DAC, and using that combination will give best experience on this ND Venus. But if you're okay with that medium high volume, in this Type-C IEM itself, it's really good and enjoyable. It's a balanced type of sounding, and also that so that brightness and smoothness level is well blended, so you will get a detailed and enjoyable type of listening experience on this ND Venus IEM.